So for Unit 3, Part 2 notes, we are looking at day 6, first day in this packet, and we are running the equations of vertical and horizontal lines. So if I look here, we have this vertical line going through the x-axis. So this would be x equals, and then that number it goes through is 3. So I put x equals 3. Then for Part B, we have a horizontal line, and that goes through the y-axis. Looks like at -1, so we would say y equals -1. And then down here, if you don't have a picture, it says a horizontal line that passes through 3, 2. So we know a horizontal line looks like this. So if we look at our examples up here, it has to go through the y-axis. So if I find the y value, which is 2, that's going to be my equation, y equals 2. And here, if I have a vertical line, which looks like this, it would have to go through the x-axis like it did here. And the x value of -4, 5 is that -4. You know, and if you don't have a picture, you can always draw -4, 5 and then draw that vertical line going through it to see if it crosses the x or the y-axis. That could help you. For the next section, actually for the next 2 sections, we are going to either be given information, given like words here and numbers, or given a graph, and we have to come up with the equation for slope-intercept form. Okay, so just going back to what is slope-intercept form. This is slope-intercept form. Okay, and so if I have my slope, which is m, and I have my y-intercept, which is b, can you just plug those two numbers in for m and b? And so that would be y equals, okay, m would be replaced with -4/5. You still have your x, plus b, so plus 7. So 4 is m, -6 is b, and we just plug in. So y equals 4x minus 6. In letter C, 1/4 is m, and -3 is b, and we plug that in. So y equals m, which is 1/4, x plus b, but b is -3, so I'm going to put -3. Okay, and then the last one, slope again is -8. The y-intercept is 9, and we have to plug in. So we have y equals -8x plus 9. Okay, down here for example 3, you actually have to come up with what is m and what is b. So first, we have to go from this point to this point, and when I find slope, I always go from the most left point, which is this one. So how do I get to here? I have to rise, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and run 2, and that reduces to 2. My b is where does it cross the y-axis? So here's the y-axis. Where does it intersect the y-axis? Down there at -2. So now that I have m and that I have b, it's just like this up here where you plug those numbers into the equation. So y equals m, which is 2, x plus b, and b is -2, so -2. Okay, so for b, we have m. So from 5 to here, I've got to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down means negative, and then I have to go to the right 2. So I have -5/2, which can't reduce. B is where does that line cross the y-axis, which is at 5. So y equals -5/2 x plus b, so plus 5. Okay, and we have 2 more just like that, C and D. So for C, how much do we rise? And then 1. And how much do we run? 4. And that can't reduce, so I'm going to leave it 1/4. B, where does it cross the y-axis? So there's 0, 1, 2. So that would be y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Letter D, we have M. How much do we fall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is negative because we fell over 1. And that reduces to -6. B is where does it cross the y-axis? So here is 0. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got y equals m. So that's -6x plus 3.